This is The Warning. Good day, everybody. Later this evening, I'll be talking to hundreds of people with Beto O'Rourke here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, about what's happening in America. First, let me share a story about a decision-making process. It's called the OODA loop. It stands for observe, orient, decide, and act. Think about it in a circle, moving clockwise from the top. Observe, orient, decide, and act. So let us talk about what it is that we have observed this week with Donald Trump. Specifically, what do we see on the lapel of the suit jacket of the FCC chairman, who is responsible for regulating the broadcast airwaves and the licenses of media stations in the United States? What is that? Let's orient to that. The golden Trump pen worn by a government official. It seems to me to be, as I orient towards it, similar to a pin that Chinese communists would wear with Chairman Mao on it, or perhaps the pin that the National Socialists would wear, the party pin. I cannot think of anything that I've ever seen any American government official wear that is fundamentally more un-American and more frightening. Donald Trump is the leader of a fascist political movement that is attacking the United States from within. He is surrounded by malevolence and sycophants, dangerous people, fools and clowns, none more so than the self-serious, belligerent Stephen Miller. He's always reminded me a bit of the character from the movie Stripes, Francis, better known as Psycho. And I always remember that scene where Sergeant Hulka, the big toe, tells Psycho, lighten up, Francis. And it would be good if someone might have said that to Stephen Miller along the path of his development. But for Santa Monica Goebbels, no such luck. At any rate, after a week of market chaos, this is what Stephen Miller said.
We are on the verge now, because of President Trump's strength and leadership, of fixing our entire global trading system. President Trump is going to fix our global trading relationships. And at the same time, he's going to work with Congress to make America the manufacturing center of the world with the lowest taxes, the lowest regulations, and the cheapest energy.
This is what Stephen Miller posted on social media. And of course, he wasn't alone. The Wyoming Senator John Barrasso was picked up on a live mic telling Trump that he was a genius for the stock market. Now, the stock market went up yesterday, and there may be some people out there who say, wow, the stock market went up. It did. It's not a good thing. It went down thousands of points. It went up thousands of points. All of it on currents of madness, incoherence, and insanity. In the instant that Donald Trump is saying he will never negotiate, he'll never back down, he's preparing to back down. He sends out a message, buy stocks, manipulating the markets, and then he manipulates the markets. While trillions of dollars is being evaporated, Donald Trump's sons are feeding like pigs at the Bitcoin trough. Donald Trump is feeding at the Bitcoin trough. And now all of the Wall Street billionaires around Donald Trump are manipulating the market. Donald Trump drives it down thousands of points, and then Donald Trump does something that lifts it up thousands of points. They all make money and ordinary people go broke. Let's talk about the cost of this. The mental health of millions of Americans has been savagely attacked. Their stability as they pursue happiness, as they take the risk with their restaurant, with their ranch, with their farm, with their baby business. People buy things on credit to stay in business. They take loans out. They meet payrolls. They pay for their employees' health insurance. And they are being attacked by their government. And that's what this is. Donald Trump has proved he has no staying power. He has no guts. He's got no stamina. He can't hang into the fight. He backed down. And he backed down because his coalition cracked up. Elon Musk has been defenestrated, severed from Trump, clowned by his $25 million loss in Wisconsin. His companies are under siege. Tesla is on its way to bankruptcy. Donald Trump is at a 41% approval level. The situation, though grim, is clear. A, Donald Trump is attacking America. He's attacking the Constitution and civil liberties. He is attacking the American economy. He is attacking the American military. He is attacking the Department of Justice. He is attacking the intelligence agencies. He is attacking the markets. He is attacking our allies. He is leading an attack aimed at destabilizing the country so that he may offer a solution which will be wrapped in a demand for more and more and more power, which he will hand out to people wearing golden Trump pens who will have a license to take whatever they please from whomever they want because they will be powerful. And unless you have the golden Trump pen, you will not. You can get the golden Trump pen. All you have to do is surrender your principles. All you have to do is abandon your initiative. All you have to do is get in line. All you have to do is say yes forevermore to the idea that Donald Trump is the greatest genius has ever been. And unless you do, it will be hard for you to get ahead in Trump's America. That's the proposition on the table. That's what we're seeing. 100 days ago, we were still weeks away from Donald Trump taking power, from any of his cabinet being confirmed. How are they doing? We have a defense secretary with a clown real estate developer named Steve Witkoff, who has no clue about the world, what he's doing in it, in Moscow, receiving top secret plans about a military strike that gave away the position of American aircraft carriers. There's no accountability for this. Accountability in a fascist regime like Trump's is only for the little people, never for anyone at the top. We have the director of national intelligence on that email, the secretary of state, clowns, criminal, ne'er-do-wells, accused rapists, can't make it up. Democratic governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, is advised by her team, who thinks that they're capable of running a presidential campaign, that, hey, in the middle of this insanity is the time to go to Washington, D.C. and give a speech that basically says, hey, Trump's right, but I do it a different way. And she did that not because Trump's right. She knows he's incoherent, but she thought opportunistically, I can make my move, distinguish myself from my fellow Democrats, go in there, make it about Gretchen Whitmer in this moment of existential crisis, not do anything to contribute to the building of a national opposition, but position me for whatever primary may go first. So Gretchen Whitmer goes to Washington and she gives a speech. The speech was pedantic. The speech was boring. It was delivered without charisma. It was not a presidential good first look. And then she probably finished herself off when she went to the Oval Office and was used as a hostage pawn because she's naive, because she's a lammy who went into the wolf's den unprepared and stood there like a useful idiot against the wall as Donald Trump threatened to use the Department of Justice, use the Department of Justice to investigate a political critic. That's what's happening in America. Trump's a genius. All you have to do is put on the golden Trump pen and things will be good for you. The United States of America is attacking Canada. It's attacking Denmark. Donald Trump has fundamentally taken the Russian position against the free and fighting people of Ukraine. He has assaulted, assailed, and attacked our allies. And then he went to war with China, trade war, and China has the cards, and you can't fix stupid. So Donald Trump's trade war turned out to be a Pickett's charge of stupidity into the teeth of the Chinese who bit his hand off. But his hand is America's hand. And so 100 days in, America is poorer than it was when Donald Trump took office. America is weaker than when Donald Trump took office. Donald Trump can be seen clearly. He's incoherent. He's a buffoon. World leaders don't take him seriously. Nobody's calling Donald to kiss his ass. And by the way, how do those world leaders kissing Donald's ass, even if it was true, help you? Donald just likes lips on his ass. For almost 100 days, Donald Trump and his family have been on a crime spree. For almost 100 days, Donald Trump has been threatening people, threatening to investigate people, now investigating people, snatching people off the streets and chaining them. Democratic governors are going down to Washington and trying to maneuver by playing footsie with these people. Gavin Newsom doing it with Charlie Kirk, doing it with Steve Bannon, not going to places like Oklahoma, not going to places like Mississippi to stand up and to say to all the American people as Democrats, we misled you in 2024. We're going to do better. This is what this party stands for. It stands for the ordinary American person who wants to pursue happiness and live in liberty. That is the greatness of the Democratic Party. It should stand for the proposition of the four freedoms: freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom from fear, and freedom from want. There will be more poor people in America after this Trump presidency than at any point since the Great Depression. Poverty is going up. Opportunity is going down. The economic pie in America is shrinking, and the security of the American people with it. Donald Trump came into office with a plan, with a sledgehammer, a fascist with a chainsaw giving Nazi salutes, and he went to work. The Democratic majority under Chuck Schumer appeased him, coddled him, enabled him, did not fight back, and here we are in crisis. It is time to wake up, and it is time to defend the American Republic from these people and this insanity. It is time to blow apart the assumptions that say that most of the country is fated to live under the rule of these people without an alternative voice being offered, because that's just the way it is. Some states are red and some states are blue. And to that, I say bullshit. Oklahoma and Mississippi and Arkansas and all of these places are American states, part of the Union, filled with Americans who want to live in liberty and not be the abuse victims of their politicians who work for us, not for Trump. And that is the proposition at hand. And this is The Morning. I'm Steve Schmidt. This is The Morning. I invite you to join this community where I promise to be honest, blunt, and direct about what is happening in this country. America is in crisis. Follow and subscribe to this channel and on Substack. Thank you.